Hello, Year 9. So, this morning I have emailed out some instructions for you for this lesson, which is period 5. In those email instructions, it gives you a number of jobs to do in the lesson. We have invested in a program called the Start Careers program. And what it does is it allows you to build up a CV, search colleges, and build up a profile that allows you to access post 16 options. It also allows you to do some questionnaires that give you an idea of some jobs that could be useful or good for you based on your individual decisions. I'm going to take you through the system now, as well as mentioning about the assembly that you had this morning, etc. Okay, so the first thing to do is go onto your iPads and make sure that you've got opened up the email from me this morning, and you'll see a video that will be posted here that tells you exactly what to click on to watch. Okay, click on that and you'll be watching me now. What you do is you would then go to this link. Okay, once you click on it, it will take you into the login page of the Start program. Okay, so what happens is in the top right hand corner you'll see login. I'm logged in, so you need to click on the login button, and it'll take you to a screen where you've got to enter your username. Your username is your school email address. Okay, so that will be something like 19 MCE dash and then your initials, etc. We've been here at Manor for coming up 2.5 years now, so we should be quite au fait with our email addresses. So our username is our email address. Then for your password was emailed to you on Monday afternoon. On Monday afternoon at about 3 o'clock, if you go into your school emails on your iPads and search back to Monday afternoon, you'll find an email that contains the password. We automatically generated them for everyone in the school on Monday afternoon. It'll be a series of numbers and you type that in. If it doesn't allow you to do that, have a look at that email from Monday and see if it allows you to click a link to reset your password or set up a password. Do that and you'll all be sorted. If you are still struggling, put your hand up, and your teacher, your form tutor, has access to the master spreadsheet that has all of the passwords for everyone in your form on it. It's just a series of numbers. The teachers will find that in the Google Shared Drive under Live Life Well, under my folder called Start Program Instructions for Teachers. It'll have a list of all the passwords, just in case you can't get logged in. I will be floating around as well, period 5, to be able to help in case there's also issues. Once you have clicked on the login button, you'll come to this home screen. Okay, scrolling down, it allows you to kind of click on various bits to explore careers and options that you're going to have available to you. Crucially for you, Year 9, we need to be looking at the GCSE subjects that could potentially help us towards a career. Now, as I mentioned, or as someone might have mentioned this morning in assembly, what you do for GCSE in terms of GCSE option choices isn't actually going to stop or hinder you from going down a particular career path. For example, if you really wanted to be an engineer and we don't offer GCSE engineering at Manor, then not many schools do, but a few schools do offer engineering. That is not a limiter to you becoming an engineer. You just need to have English and maths and science at good grades in order to kind of go down the route of A-level courses that will help you becoming an engineer. So what we want you to do is click on these buttons here to try and explore a little bit more about which GCSEs are going to help you for which ones. So all I did there was in the home page, the student home page, I scrolled down a little bit, got to my 4 kind of key buttons that we're going to explore in this lesson, clicked on find out more, and then it says which subjects and qualifications might suit me, and we click on the GCSEs and equivalents, and it gives you an overview of alternatives to GCSE, what decisions to make, and you can work your way through some of these videos that will help you make good choices. Okay, you need to have a little look through and a read through all these sections that will help you understand the GCSE grades, what subjects are right for you, etc., including this bit on the left-hand side that says making your decision. Okay, have a look at the videos, watch the videos that are going to help, okay, and do the little questionnaire that you'll see there that will really help you kind of pick out some subjects. Okay, now the other thing we'd like you to do in this lesson, as well as going through that route, which was looking at GCSEs and exploring possible GCSEs, is when you click on Student Home again, in this top right hand corner, you'll see a section called My Profile. My Profile is here, and we'd like you also to have a go at all these sections on here on this left hand side. There's too many for you to complete in the actual hour, but by working your way through them, it will give you an indication, it's like a survey, of what careers would be good based on your choices you make here. So I'll show you. If you click on Interests, okay, it will then say, find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life, and it asks you what are your interests, passions and hobbies. So if you complete this questionnaire about how interested you are in all of these subjects, all of these things, all of these routes in life, as well as capturing what your favourite subjects are, hobbies, etc. At the bottom, it will then kind of give you jobs that are linked to your specific interests. You need to complete every single one, though, first before you do that. So I'm not very interested in animals or art or building things. Computers, I use them, but I'm good at using them, but I'm not really good at programming, stuff like that. So maybe, I'm going to go that. Really don't like kind of serving people or customer service. And as you can see, I've been quite extreme in my views as I'm doing this. It'll give you better career suggestions if you're quite black and white. If you're quite, don't like working with animals at all, put it at a 1. However, if you really like something, like I can't stand fashion, I really like fitness, I like being healthy, put it as a 5. Try to avoid being in the middle unless you're kind of really unsure. Don't like healing people, but I do like helping people. Okay, I should qualify healing people. I do like making sure people are all happy and content and all the rest of it, but being a doctor, no, not for me. Not right good with blood. Okay, really like history, really like languages. Law, a bit too technical for me. Not looking after guests, etc. Work your way through all those questionnaires, and once you've done all of that and completed these sections, okay, you might then click on jobs related to your interest and have a look at some of the jobs whereby you have ranked number 5. So, for example, if I click on languages, it's going to give me some possible jobs that I could do if I wanted to be interested, if I was interested and good at languages. So obviously we've got things like teachers and further education professionals, but there's also other things as well that are really useful, such as air travel, importers and exporters. Not many of you have kind of understood or really kind of thought of that as a career. Things like speech therapists languages are also really useful for. So it allows you to kind of link jobs to subjects, which is really good. Once you've done that, click on My Goals. Okay, we're just going to work our way down the section on this left-hand side. So life goals, how important it is to earn lots of money. How important is it for you to have a family or traveling the world or being famous? By doing these surveys, it will allow you to kind of ask yourself these questions that haven't been asked before, where you can start thinking a little bit more about careers and jobs and so on. Make sure once you've done that you've completed all of these options at the bottom, including things like my strengths, my skills. The questions that they ask, okay, are going to be quite tricky and require you to read. Okay, so it's going to have to require you to kind of read a little bit and click on these things and think a little bit about your future. Okay, in addition, as you work your way down, it might be that by the end of this lesson, you've only really got to my qualifications, qualifications at this moment in time. You've not started your GCSEs, but you might want to list the GCSEs you're interested in to come back to it. There is a section called My CV. Now, obviously, at the age of 13, 14, you're probably not going to have a CV yet, okay? And that's because you're not really going to be in the world of work. But it's a good section to complete that will allow you, at the end of completing it, to export a really nice looking CV to Word that you can then create and use going forward. Okay, we start to look at CVs a lot more in year 10 and especially year 11 when students start to get interested in careers and jobs in terms of the summer and weekends and things like that. Okay, so job one from the email this morning is to complete some of those things on your profile within Start. This is a program that we bought for you that will stay with you until you leave Manor. Okay, so it's important we keep on going back to this and keep on exploring it in our own time independently to have a little look. And it'll allow us down here in my locker, okay, to be able to kind of capture any evidence you have of things that you've done sort of as you go along. Okay, now going back to my little email I sent, we do need, and one of the kind of objectives of today is to try and start the process of thinking about GCSE options. Now, in terms of this morning, there was a presentation done to you by Mrs. Curley and either me or someone else, and I've attached a copy to the email that will allow you to have a little look back through things so that you can have an idea of some of the subjects that you are interested in that we offer at Manor. Okay, as part of that, and in the email attachment, you'll also find a booklet from the local authority that gives you some indication of what is available locally in terms of colleges and sixth forms and things like that. So that even though you're in year 9 now, it's important we do start thinking about your futures and career paths you go down. Because the traditional route is very much a case of, right, we do some GCSEs, right, we get to year 11, right, let's pick some A-levels, right, let's do some A-levels, right, what do we do now? Get a job or go to uni. That's the traditional route when there's so much more available now. At GCSE, we pick some GCSEs or some BTECs or some Cambridge Nationals or equivalents, some level 2 qualifications. And then at 16, we've got more options available. We can go to college or a place of work and continue our learning there. We can do A-levels, or we can do the new T-levels, or we can do things like BTECs or level 3 qualifications that are more vocational, that are specific for an actual career or subject that you're really interested in. So where I did it at A-levels, I picked French, Maths, History, and General Studies, did those A-levels, and then went to university. Whereas now, if you are really, really keen on a particular subject, like there's a girl in year 11 that I'm working with who is really, really good at dancing and drama, and that's all that she wants to do, she's going to apply for a level 3 vocational qualification in performing arts, which is her only thing that she really wants to do. And there are routes like that available that you need to be aware of. Okay, so have a read of the booklet that I've attached to the email. Have a go at logging into your Start profile and completing those various activities as you go through to help you a little bit start to kind of start to think a bit more about your GCSE options. Okay, thank you very much, Year 9.